Damn, guys. I'm super emotionally drained after today. Because, well, my manager comes in the morning, and of course, I told her everything that happened last night. And she was like, okay, that kid is banned. It was her decision, and she's like, she wrote it in we have a little book where we write notes to each other and like important things to remember, like if a certain gas pump isn't working for whatever reason. She wrote in there, because both me and my coworker had written the incident that happened with this person. And then she wrote in there, that kid is banned. He is not welcome to come back unless he apologizes to both of us and pays for the beer that he stole. I just thought that the fact that she's like, he can only come back if he apologizes and pays for the shit, but most importantly, apologizes. Because she knows he's barely 21 and he was drunk, clearly. He's always. Maybe he'll have a change of heart and realize what his shithead he was being, and if he does, people can change, and I guess we'll give him a second chance if he is gonna act like he deserves a second chance. But tonight was mostly pretty uneventful. I was, expecting him to show up, hoping he didn't. Fortunately, he didn't. No issues there. But I'm having a rough day because of some medical bullshit, and I'm on a high pain day, so I'm just been super depressed and feeling like my life is kind of meaningless right now. I'm 36 years old and I work at a gas station, sort of feeling, you know what I mean? Then tonight, one of my favorite people came in, like, he's a unhoused guy with a dog, and super sweet guy, super sweet dog. I've mentioned him before because he is genuinely one of my favorite people, and he made me cry tonight. Like, I actually started crying in front of him, and I was really embarrassed about it, but he kept saying that he felt like this place was a safe haven, and he looked really clean, and I was really happy to see him looking good, and he looked healthy and happy, and I was just like overwhelmed that I'm just glad he seems to be doing better. He said he was able to get a hotel room for a couple of days, and he got food and stuff from the church, and so he's doing all right. And but him saying how much he appreciated me and how he feels like I've been put in his life on purpose, and it made me feel a little bit less like me working here is a bad thing. It's I guess it's tough when you're making minimum wage and you feel like you should be in a better spot in life by now, and especially with all my health problems, I'm like, this is pretty much the most that I can do, really, aside from sitting at a desk. This is the most physical activity I'm really capable of, and that's frustrating. So I'm not that old. I know when you're a teenager, it's like my 13-year-old kid thinks that I'm old, but really 36 is not that old. But I see the variation of other older people, and I guess their age, not to their face, but I think it in my head, and I'm sometimes wildly off by like 10, 20 years even. There's this one guy who looks super old and sickly and is in a power chair, and I thought he was like 80. He's only 60. He just barely turned 60 this year, and I couldn't believe it. But then also, I think it might make sense that he's telling me that he was a firefighter for very many years in his younger years. Like, even from his teens, he was a firefighter. So he's breathed in a lot of fumes, and that may have contributed to some stuff. I mean, I obviously can't assume anything, and maybe that's how I will look at 60 if I'm still around. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know how I feel right now. I also saw another guy who is one of my other favorite unhoused people around here that I see frequently, and I really like him because he's so sweet, and I try to help him out. And he also looked really clean and healthy and had like new clothes and stuff. And I want this to stay. I want them to stay looking clean and healthy and happy and feeling better. It's the world feels so cruel sometimes. I just I don't know. I don't know what to say. There's really nothing that I can say. I'm a loss for words. I'm sorry. I should probably end this video now. As always, I appreciate you and have a good night.